Guess what? I got a postcard phone. Ta-da! China! I know it might be a little bit weird since I was born and raised in China for half of my life, but I was super excited to receive it because I got it on my moving day, which was very unpleasant because of the house condition. I'm just happy that now I actually have a roof above me, and not to mention the fact that this postcard is the first one that I received in how long has it been? 10 years. This package is for my friend Scientificus. He was in China at that time. He really spoke to me in Chinese before, and the moment he came back from China, he was speaking Chinese almost the whole time. So I thought that was really cool. Let's take a look at what this postcard is. It's a picture of the Great Wall, which I have never been to. I'm a 宅女, so my traveling place is pretty much equal to home, school, and then supermarket. Here, I want to show you a close-up on his Chinese character. It says 美国, which means United States, because when I gave him his address, I only gave him the address in English, and he needed a Chinese one. I was actually expecting more Chinese characters on the postcard, but he wrote me whole thing in English. But I'm super happy though. Later on, I found out that he said that if he were to write that in Chinese characters, it would take too long. So that's why he wrote in English. So speaking of postcards, I was talking to Telli, my Cantonese friend, the other day. So email is really nice because it's pretty quick and you don't have to spend any money on postage. But we both agree that it's a little more special when you have something physical to feel. So what do you think? Do you think that there is something special when you're receiving something physically, or you just prefer email since it's quicker and easier? Speaking of Telli, the other day I was stood up by my language partner, which is not a big deal because things happen and people forget. So I messaged him and said, 今天我的 language partner 放我飞机了. And then he responded, 我经常给放飞机的. 然后我就说不要这么说啦，因为呢我经常放他飞机的，所以我听到那句话所以有点不好意思啦。That's not the main point. The main point is the next line. He said, 我以前说我是北航毕业的，放飞机最拿手，后来知道不是读航空的放飞机更厉害。那你有没有看懂那句话呢？放飞机 means you are getting stood up by someone or something like that. I'm sounding very Chinglish right now. This is what happens when I talk in Chinese for too long. I get into this Chinglish mode. So I thought that line is really funny. If you know Chinese, tell me if it's funny or if it's just that 我的笑点很低. If you don't understand Chinese, I'm going to explain this very briefly. So what he said is he's graduated from an engineering school which has a plane control and whatnot as a concentration, which means anything that has to deal with planes should be his field, right? But then later on I found out that people that have not graduated from engineering or airplane related schools are better at letting go of the plane, controlling the plane, than people that actually graduate from the field. I don't know if this is making any sense, or maybe I'm just not that good at translating today. This is one of the things where it's better if you know the original language, so you can actually get a more accurate meaning of that language. The last thing I want to share is something from my Spanish learning. Before I tell you what happened, I have to explain some of the things. So there are two words that I need to explain. One is hambre, which is hunger. And the second word is hombre, which means man. I'm still learning, there might be mistakes. Constructive criticisms are always appreciated. So what happened that day was I was trying to say I'm very hungry. So I said, tengo mucho hambre. So hombre means man. Literally this is saying that I have many men, which was rather embarrassing, and my friend was like, you should be really happy that you said this in our meeting rather than saying in front of you mother-in-law or something like that. The correct expression should have been tengo mucho hambre. I have a lot of hunger. I'm very hungry. So to make sure that I remember these two words clearly, this is what I came out with. If we look at these two words, one is hambre with the letter A in the second position, and then the other one is hombre with the letter O in the second position. So in English alphabet, A comes before O, right? So I think of it as importance. Whatever comes first to your mind is more important. So using that order, A is more important than O. Okay, now, Next one uses the Chinese idiom that I know, which is 民以食为天, food is heaven for people. Or in a sense, it's kind of saying that food is very important for people. Now, what does that have to do with the letters? So this is how I remember. Food and man, which one's more important? Food. Because 民以食为天, food is a lot more important than man. So A is the first letter. So I know the emperor is food. Emperor is man because O comes later. So yeah, is that very silly? It might be a little bit silly. Okay, very silly. But that helps me remember it. Okay, so that's all. And my rice is ready. So 民以食为天. It's pretty much like my way of saying gotta go. Okay, thank you so much for watching. 再见.